United Airlines NYC half. To build healthier lives and stronger communities through the transformative power of running. One of the ways we do that is producing 60 adult and youth races every single year, reaching hundreds of thousands of athletes of all ages and abilities from all around the world. This Sunday, New York Roadrunners will host more than 27,000 athletes for the United Airlines NYC half, one of our marquee races every year that has been the world's best half marathon for nearly 2 decades. We like to call the United Airlines NYC half the one to run. And this year's race, which takes participants across a 13.1 mile tour of Brooklyn and Manhattan, reflects the diversity, the spirit, and the energy of this amazing city. Among the field of more than 27,000 athletes will be inspiring runners who have overcome all kinds of challenges through the power of running, as well as a professional field of athletes who hail from 14 different countries. Our professional athlete field features all 4 of the United Airlines NYC half defending champions from last year, which we're really excited to see them all back to defend their titles, as well as 30 Olympians and Paralympians, 3 of whom you're going to meet shortly this morning. In addition to thousands of adult athletes who are running the full half marathon distance, we will have about 1,500 youth athletes ages 2 to 18 who will be racing right up this very avenue to our right, 7th Avenue, for our Times Square Kids Run, one of the most special events for kids that we put on all year. And we're lucky to have 2 of our youth participants here today as well. They're going to speak a little bit later in the program. I'd like to acknowledge some folks who are here today. First of all, I'd like to start with representing our board of directors, Nana Lynch, right here in the first row, the chair of our board. And not only is Nana here today, Nana and I just had some fun running the Tokyo Marathon together a couple of weeks ago. So we're both recovering still from that. Nana is an accomplished runner. She won 5 NCAA titles while competing at Villanova, and she got her start running our youth races right here in New York City. So this Times Square Kids Run is near and dear to her heart, and Nana and I are going to be holding the finish line tape for one of those races this Sunday. So we're looking forward to that. The United Airlines NYC half started back in 2006. And we're constantly looking to elevate this experience for our athletes, for their friends, their family, and the spectators as well. That's why we're so excited this week to beta launch our brand new year-round NYRR app, developed by our partner, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, just in time for Sunday's United Airlines NYC half. This new app features live runner tracking and leaderboards, all kinds of crucial race day information, course maps, and perhaps most exciting, live coverage of our professional races, so that people from all around the world will be able to download that app and tune in to follow the race and cheer for their favorite professional runners. This is a big deal, this app. It's a one-stop shop for not just this race, but every single New York Roadrunners race all year long, including the TCS New York City Marathon and all of our other marquee races. So if you haven't already, go to the App Store, download the app, and that'll help you follow all of the action this weekend at the United Airlines NYC half. Now, you've heard me talk about this event this morning, and of course we could not produce this incredibly logistically challenging event, sold out again this year, without the support of our incredible title sponsor, United Airlines, who has partnered with us since 1994, making them one of New York Roadrunners' longest partners. United Airlines became the title sponsor of this race back in 2015, and we are very excited to extend our partnership with United Airlines through 2028. So they're going to be here for quite a time to come as our title sponsor. And I'm very fortunate to have with us today Jordan Bykowski, the Director of Operations at Newark Liberty International Airport for the United Airlines. She's here with us today, and I'd like to invite her up to say a few words. Jordan, thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Hello, New York City. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And welcome to the New York City Half by United Airlines. It's an absolute honor to represent United and have our brand tied to a world-class event like this. Our partnership, like Rob said, with the New York Roadrunners spans over 2 decades. And as he said, we are also thrilled to continue this partnership through 2028. United is the global gateway of the tri-state area, and we proudly serve this community. We fly to more than 130 domestic and international destinations from right here in the tri-state area, from both LaGuardia and Newark Airport. United connects us, and what's interesting is this race here connects us as one global community. Now, while the journey to get here was something, the journey that all these runners have taken over the past weeks and months is truly remarkable. The tireless training, the energy, the early mornings, the late nights, this is the weekend that it all pays off. And I'll be honest, I dabble in running, but maybe one day I'll have the courage to run a half marathon too. So with that being said, congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to the New York Roadrunners for hosting this remarkable event. Congratulations to New York City for keeping us alive, keeping us vibrant, and keeping us energetic. To our first responders who keep us safe every day, and to all the runners, you're gonna kick ass, and we appreciate you, and let's go run.
Thank you, Jordan. I was telling Jordan that I took United from Liberty International Airport to Tokyo and back for the Tokyo Marathon. I didn't want to get off the plane. It was a fantastic experience. So after 14 hours, I was happy to stay right there. Thank you very much, Jordan. Appreciate it. Now, speaking of important partners, New York Roadrunners works in tandem with our governmental partners year-round to ensure the safety and security of our runners, spectators, and guests at all of our events all year long. For the second year, we're celebrating our partnership with all these city agencies by hosting an expanded 2025 United Airlines NYC Half Commissioner's Cup. This is a fun competition between 8 city agencies and the mayor's office as they run Sunday's race. Several of these partners are here with us this morning, and while they all look friendly now, they're chatting, they look like they're happy to be hanging out with each other. On Sunday, it's going to be a different story. They're going to be out to win the Commissioner's Cup, and we know this is a very intense competition. So I want to introduce the folks who are here this morning. First of all, Chief Brian Gorman, the Manhattan Borough Commander for the FDNY. Thank you so much. From the DOT, Leon Hayward, the Deputy Commissioner for the New York City Department of Transportation. DOT, by the way, had a very strong team last year at this event, so we're looking for another strong performance from you guys this year. From our Parks Department, Sue Donahue, the Commissioner of NYC Parks, who is going to be running herself this weekend in pursuit of the Commissioner's Cup. And Javier Lohan, the Commissioner of DSNY, is here as well. Our sanitation partners do such a great job keeping our streets clean and helping us clean up after the race. So thank you very much and good luck to you. While they could not attend the event today, the MTA, NYC Health, NYC Environmental Protection will also be vying for the Commissioner's Cup on Sunday, as well as some others as well. And now I'd like to introduce and invite up to the podium from City Hall, the Deputy Mayor, Fabian Levy, who made his NYRR racing debut in November at the big one, the 2024 TCS New York City Marathon. Deputy Mayor, come on up.
Thank you, Rob. And thank you to New York Roadrunners for being such a fantastic partner over the decades. Whether it's iconic parks like Flushing Meadows, beautiful views along the FDR, or incredible bridges like Verrazano, there's no place to run like New York City. Like Rob said, I had the opportunity to experience this firsthand when I ran the New York City Marathon last fall. After months of training, I woke up before the crack of dawn in November and headed to Staten Island for a morning full of running, and then eventually followed by an afternoon full of eating and sleeping. It was not always easy, but I'd be lying if I wouldn't say it was an incredibly rewarding experience. I loved high-fiving every single person in the crowd, tapping the power signs up, and petting every dog along the way. Above all, it was a reminder that we're capable of far more than we think and that boundaries are meant to be broken. So for those running their first half marathon this weekend, I'm excited for you to discover just like I did last year. For over 6 decades, New York Roadrunners has helped people discover that vital truth, promoting races from the landmark New York City Marathon to the Commissioner's Cup this weekend. So today I want to offer a special shout out to all the public servants who are running the New York City Half Marathon this weekend, especially our employees in the mayor's office where I work. I know our next speaker is First Deputy Commissioner Tanya Kinsella from the NYPD. Now, some have accused the NYPD of cheating in the past by pulling young cadets out of the academy to run the half marathon. But that's totally unfair. On a totally unrelated note, we're now accepting applications for interns in the mayor's office that will be required to put their half mile in at 6:30 next year. So please come see me after so you can write a press release and can run that. But in all seriousness, good luck to everyone this weekend. Make sure to enjoy the half marathon, and if you have an extra second or an extra 5 minutes for the NYPD, make sure to pet some dogs. Thank you all.
All right, as you can see, this is some serious competition. And now it is time to hear from the defending champions of the Commissioner's Cup, New York's finest, New York Police Department First Deputy Commissioner Tanya Kinsella, who helped lead her squad to victory in last year's Commissioner's Cup. She's also a huge cheerleader for New York Roadrunners. She was an ambassador for our free Run for the Future running program for young women who are learning the sport of running. She's an inspiration for so many runners, young women who are just getting into the sport. And she's a pretty good runner herself. She'll be taking on the half this weekend yet again. So please welcome Tanya Kinsella.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch, I welcome you all here today. Today is a reminder that the New York City Marathon isn't only an event that the NYPD keeps a watchful eye on. We plan other large-scale events all year long, such as Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, and the Tickerton parades, as well as Sunday's New York City Half Marathon. There will be a large uniformed police presence along the route, starting near the Brooklyn Bridge Museum, over the Brooklyn Bridge, across the FDR Drive, and through Times Square, which is my favorite, and finally in Central Park. Other NYPD personnel is ready to take police action should an unexpected event occur, such as protests and demonstrations along the route. Not only is the safety of the runners a priority for the NYPD, but we will be out there to keep every New Yorker and spectator safe as well. And please, for everyone in attendance, help us out too. Do not hesitate to say something if you see something. At this time, we have not received any credible threat or specific threats, and our plainclothes officers and counterterrorism units will also be deployed along the route to ensure a smooth event. NYPD traffic agents will be redirecting traffic safely. For some time, the half marathon is a warm-up to the big run, which occurs November the 2nd. For others, Sunday is a realization of a goal after months of hard work and training. And for the NYPD, it is one more chance to show New Yorkers our commitment to public safety in running too. I will be out there on the route running with our very own N Champions NYPD Running Club and competing with over 8 of our other reinstated job-required mile-and-a-half runners in the process. And make no mistake, to our city counterparts in red taking part in this race, as a brave as you are, I'll invite you to follow our footsteps to the finish line. Be safe.
Tanya mentioned the Brooklyn Bridge, and it should not be missed that this race, for the first time ever, will be going over the Brooklyn Bridge. This is actually the first time any New York Roadrunners race has ever gone over this landmark in New York City, and we could not be doing that without the help of NYPD, all of our city partners. That's a big deal. The runners are very excited about that, and we're excited as well to go over the Brooklyn Bridge for the first time ever. So thank you very much, First Deputy Commissioner and everybody else. We'll see you all at the finish line Sunday, and now the man whose team really helps make this all happen on Sunday, I'd like to introduce New York Roadrunners Chief Event Production Officer and the race director of the United Airlines NYC half, Ted Metellus.
Good morning, everyone. I'm still chuckling at some of the spice that was flown here amongst our agency partners. So New York Roadrunners is known as the nonprofit that runs New York City. And on Sunday, March 16th, some of the agencies that keep New York City running will be participating in the Commissioner's Cup. As mentioned, NYPD is looking to make a three-peat like our defending wheelchair champion, Susanna Scaroni. The trophy, show some love for Susanna. The trophy, as you see here, has been held by NYPD for the last 2 years. How our teams will be timed, the top 3 finishers of each agency will be factored into scoring, and each agency's commissioner will be serving as its captain. It's amazing to see that we have a couple of those captains that will be running on Sunday alongside their teammates. We want to thank all our city partners for their year-round support, engagement, and ensuring that we have safe and secure races year-round for our youth and our adults. So a little bit more about the route that Rob just mentioned here. Known as the One to Run, the United Airlines New York City Half Marathon will feature an iconic course for an iconic city. Athletes will be running over the Brooklyn Bridge for the very first time ever in the history of New York Roadrunners. Athletes will start by the Brooklyn Museum, making its way through beautiful Prospect Park, over the Brooklyn Bridge, going through here at Times Square, one of the only 2 times that this attraction is closed, and making its way over to Central Park for a strong finish. Again, to our city partners and agency partners, thank you for your continued collaboration and navigating so much to get us to where we are today. We also want to acknowledge and thank TCS, our premier partner in New York Roadrunners, title sponsor of the TCS New York City Marathon that will be taking place in 234 days. Yes, we are counting. We also want to acknowledge and thank our hosts for today, Times Square Alliance, where our Times Square Kids Run will be taking place here at mile 11. Over 1,500 of our youth will be participating in the Times Square Kids Run, part of the free dashes and races, continuing to build on the vision of healthier lives and stronger communities through the transformative power of running. As I mentioned, you'll be at mile 11 right here at Times Square. So to our elite athletes, please listen up. As you make your way through here, you'll be running shoulder to shoulder with some of our youth. So save that energy, because it's not at the park, but it's right here as you'll be inspiring our youth. This will be a moment that they'll hold on to for a lifetime. This is one of 20 plus events that New York Roadrunners produced for our youth programs and events here as a nonprofit organization. Our free youth programs help inspire and keep youth moving, healthy, and active. Many of our youth participants will be here as part of the 200,000 youth that are participating in our nationwide Rising New York Roadrunners program, and 100,000 strong here in New York. 2 of those will be here in just a moment to introduce our professional athletes. These 2 will also be participating in the Times Square Kids Run. Please welcome up here Grace and Kai, our youth ambassadors. As they're making their way up here, just to give you a little bit about the Youth Ambassador Program, don't be shy, come on up here. You guys are the pro speakers here. This program offers speaking opportunities and workshops to help improve on their presentation, communication skills, gives them opportunities to speak at amazing programs like this press conference here. Once again, folks, please put your hands together for Grace and Kai.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Grace, and I'm a 10th grader at Colts Neck High School in New Jersey. Hi, I'm Kai, and I'm an 8th grader at Davidson Academy in Manhattan. Grace and I are Rising New York Roadrunners Youth Ambassadors and are so excited to run the Times Square Kids Run at the United Airlines NYC Half on Sunday.
In addition to the more than 27,000 adult runners that are taking on the 13.1 miles this Sunday, approximately 1,500 kids of all ages will also show off their skills and stop traffic during the Times Square Kids Run right here in Times Square. The Times Square Kids Run is one of the more than 20 fun and free youth events that the New York Roadrunners host each year. There's a race for everyone, with athletes as young as 2 taking on short dashes, while us older and cooler runners take on a 1-mile course. And if you didn't know, this is the only time that this iconic location is closed to traffic other than New Year's Eve. So step aside, Times Square, Elmo. We've got a race to run.
Kids from all 5 boroughs and beyond will run the Times Square Kids Run, and many of us also happen to be Rising New York Roadrunners. This is a free, running-based youth program that serves 200,000 students nationwide and 100,000 youth, just like me, right here in New York City. My favorite thing about Rising New York Roadrunners is the opportunity to be part of a community that loves running just as much as me, and to compete against them in fun and free races. This Sunday we will see which borough has the fastest kids. I might be biased, but it's definitely going to be Manhattan.
We'll put that to the test on Sunday, Kai. Never underestimate a girl from New Jersey. As we kids run through Times Square, right beside us, we'll have professional runners from athletes from 14 different countries running shoulder to shoulder on their way from Brooklyn to the United Airlines NYC half finish line in Central Park. This year's professional athlete field includes 30 different Olympians and Paralympians.
That's right, Grace. And this time, I'm honored to introduce one of the pro men who will be headlining Sunday's race. All the way from Utah, we're joined today by the legendary Connor Mans. As the American half marathon record holder and top American finisher at the 2024 TCS New York City Marathon, I'm convinced that Connor might be the real-life Barry Allen, otherwise known as the Flash. I'm just saying, we've never seen them in the same room. Last year, Connor finished 8th at the 2024 Paris Olympic Marathon. This year, he's running his second United Airlines NYC half and will be trying to reach the top of the podium on Sunday.
And now onto the pro women, both United Airlines NYC half defending champions. I can't believe I'm about to introduce the 3-time United Airlines NYC half champion and the 2024 TCS New York City Marathon champion, Susanna Scaroni. Susanna is not only a 5-time MasterCard New York Mini 10K champion, but also has been an NYRR Run for the Future ambassador and mentor, and is a registered dietitian. Next, we have Caroline Beer Kelly Gravdahl, the 2024 United Airlines NYC Half Open Division champion, returning to the Big Apple to defend her title. Caroline has represented Norway in the past 4 Olympics and is a 2024 European Championships half marathon gold medalist. She also holds the record for the most medals earned in the women's division at the European Cross Country Championships with 10 individual medals, including 4 golds. Caroline made history last year as the first Norwegian woman to win the United Airlines NYC half. Talk about stacked resumes.
Grace and I want to wish Connor, Caroline, and Susanna good luck this Sunday, and thank you for being here today. We are so excited to cheer you on and hopefully, channel some of your talent when we participate in the Times Square Kids Run.
I want to give a huge thank you, please, another round of applause for our Rising New York Roadrunners Youth Ambassadors and to our world-class professional athletes here with us today. Now, this concludes our